best friends?
I don't know.
Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Welcome to Midnight Madness.
I look at Midnight Madness for the novice as the gateway drug to the festival experience.
Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, yeah.
Madness. You're gonna get it, Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it.
And now the Midnight Madness Show. Here's your host, the DJ Doctor.
Hey, I'm Mark, your DJ Doctor, coming to you from Manchester, Tennessee, the Mecca, the metropolis. All right, we're only 10,000 people strong. So, hey, we're coming from you still here anyways. With me, as always, the man in the red hat, who does not have a microphone. I just now realized that. I am not myself today, kids, so bear with me today. As you can tell by the first show, that went extremely well. Who tied up my microphone? Great. I never wrap this thing around. We'll have to fix this when we're off air. But here is Jason the Hillbilly Heartthrob. How you doing, Jason?
Well, I'm wonderful. Now, like I put my head in your lap.
Oh, my God.
That's not on camera either.
If there wasn't kids
and they
listening,
told us to keep it clean.
If there wasn't kids listening, there was so much I could have ran with that. And I'd have made your face as red as your hat, trust me. Kids, Lightning 100 has a great radio station. You might want to go ahead and listen to them right now. And then come back after we get done with our monologue, because you're going to want to listen to this next group coming up, because we've been looking forward to having these guys on since Jason booked them. So, Miss Velvet Presley, if you don't mind doing whatever you did to get my watch party up and running, we want to thank everybody that was popping into the show last hour. Had a fantastic group of people just watching us, not knowing what the heck we're doing, right? It's just like show one. So we want to say hi to Anna Banana from San Fran. Is that where she's at? San Francisco? Hi, Anna from San Fran. We good luck with the 49ers this year. Jason, anything you want to say before we go on? You want to introduce the artist right now?
We have a great show in store.
Not so far, but more coming up.
Right, exactly. We have this wonderful band in front of us.
Yeah.
Chicken Dicks. Let's hear a song, then we'll figure out what the hell to do next.
All right. If you guys want to go ahead and sing one, we'll...
Sure.
Yeah, so I was a little concerned because they were talking about keep it clean, but I think we're all open for whatever.
Anything works right now.
So that's right. So I'll just tell everybody I am the chick.
Put it.
There's a drunk yelling free bird somewhere in the crowd, but no one can hear him 'cause a fight just broke out. But the music keeps ringing and I keep on singing. Honey, stand by your man. It's a typical Saturday night on the road in a live country band.
It smells like year-old beer in here. Smoke trains in the air. A hillbilly princess in a polka dot dress wants to know if that's my real hair. My good ear is ringing, but I keep on singing. I'm a rambling man. It's a typical Saturday night on the road in a live country band.
We're too old to tour. We're closing that door. In fact, we're gonna slam it, 'cause the cold fact is, damn it, we can't take it no more. We want to keep playing like the Beatles. We're just saying that we've had enough. This life is too rough, and we ain't gonna tour anymore. Now I know it might sound like we're getting a little too big for our britches.
We're just tired of the fun getting stomped on by a few sorry sons of bitches.
And you know who you are. There's the redneck who cusses like an auctioneer.
The table of frat boys that can't hold their beer.
The girl on the town acting out like a slut.
The drunk barstool genius that will not shut up.
The fool that shoots in the air and then declares that he's got a gun.
We're tired of this life, so me and the wife,
we ain't gonna tour anymore. We're too old to tour. We're closing that door. In fact, we're gonna slam it, 'cause the cold fact is, damn it, we can't take it no more. We want to keep playing like the Beatles. We're just saying that we've had enough. This life is too rough, and we ain't gonna tour anymore. We ain't gonna tour anymore.
we ain't gonna tour anymore.
Being my man or quit the band, and we ain't gonna tour anymore. And then we drove 2 hours to get here.
Mini tour, right? Mini tour.
This is an excursion.
I do have to say, when they did their one line, they pointed at you a little bit longer than anybody else.
That's okay, Jason. They just happen to like me better. Sorry. It's been a pleasure to get you guys on the show. Our paths have crossed briefly. I've seen you at the 212 Club. As I was going out the door, you guys were coming in, so I couldn't get to see you there. I saw you somewhere else. You guys were just coming in. I shook Sam's hand. Hey, how's things going? And I had to go out, so I never got a chance to get to hear you guys play. I heard nothing but cool stuff about you guys. So it's finally my pleasure.
We've not been able to hear you. So, we hope to.
You got to sing for him now.
Well, yeah. You might want to hear that off air. So, it's,
I hear you buzzing, huh?
Yep. So, it's cool. You guys been a band now. How long have you been together?
As the
Formally, officially.
Yeah, whichever way you want to put it.
It was like last summer that we.
Yeah, probably coming on a year,
But we've known each other
10.
a lot longer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Played together, and of course those two have played together a lot longer.
Yeah. Well, we got to find out a little bit about Sam last week. He was a fantastic guest for us last week. And we had a lot of people blow up about Sam. So, Sam, thank you.
Understandable.
He can't keep his mouth shut.
Oh, Lord. He said he only got to do 3 songs because he couldn't stop talking.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the show. Due to syndication, they want 55-minute shows. So we're kind of like, I could talk to Sam all night. I could talk to artists like you guys all night. But unfortunately, syndication saying, no, we want 55 minutes. And even though it's our own station, in order to get you out all over like heatfmradio.com and others, they want to wrap their stuff around commercials around us. So we kind of are limited to what we can do. So we need to go quick, I guess. Let's find out, where are you two from?
Washington, North Carolina is where I grew up. In North Carolina, all over North Carolina. I grew up around Raleigh.
Okay.
But I met her when I was in a band back in the late 70s and put her in a band.
No, Charles, it was 1980.
Well,
it was May 1st, 1980.
Well, that's what I said, May 1st, 1980. And I'll get
we didn't even know we're doing this next song, but we've got the perfect setup for the next song.
But we met and started playing. I booked her in a band, but it was unfortunately I was playing a band and I booked her in a band behind me, so I never got to see her.
Mm-hmm.
And
not behind him.
Well,
he just meant
in
the
front
travel was 2 weeks. He was there 2 weeks. We were here, and then
in any event, we ended up quitting so we could get married because we were fed up with being in bands, which i.e. too old to tour, and I was just too fed up to tour at that time, and so we got married, and we moved to her hometown where she is a big deal. She became a dance teacher, opened up a dance studio there, and I worked for various and sundry TV affiliates over the last 32 years.
Oh, wow.
Selling advertising.
So I'll take it from here. So what happened was we...
Thanks, Charles, for your input. We're going to go ahead and listen to her now.
Never mind. Okay, so what happened was we never saw each other. Although we got married in 1982. We've been together since 1980. We never saw each other because he had his job, I had our job, and we have this beautiful daughter, McKenna, who is turning 30 in June. I just
Congratulations.
busted that up. Yeah, well, yay, McKenna. And so we never saw each other. And so then we decided to retire from our jobs. 32 and a half years later, we retired, and we moved to Nashville. Yeah.
Now, I understand your daughter works for Saturday Night Live, correct?
Well, she has been on Saturday Night Live. She doesn't actually, she's not a cast member, but she has been on several, yes.
She's an actress.
She's an actor.
An actress, okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's doing her own thing up in New York City, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But we moved to Nashville 4 years ago, and to have not ever seen each other while we were married is just amazing because now we see each other like all the time.
Yeah.
So that a segue into the next song? Is that
every
what it is?
second of every day?
I'm talking about all the damn time. Woo!
And tell us how you feel about that.
Well, we will. Here's a song.
All right.
I'm gonna walk up to my darling wife one day. I'm gonna look her in the eye, and then I'm gonna say, how can I miss you if you won't go away? That's what I'm gonna say to her one day. You might be thinking I ain't got the guts, like a squirrel who's been saving up his nuts. I've been waiting for the perfect time to get all in her face. If you think I'm bluffing, brother, you got another think coming. God darn it, I got lots of things to say. And I'm gonna walk right up and give that woman a piece of my mind one day.
That's what I thought. I have to tell him to simmer down at least once a day. The more he talks, the less he has to say. I wish he would say he hopes I go away. It'll be the last damn thing he ever gets to say. Each day he's looking a lot more like his dad, mixing stripes and polka dots and plaids. He smells old, he's always cold, and he's terrified of clowns. Ew, that was really creepy. He might dress like Forrest Gump, but he swears that he didn't vote for Trump. He's like an old dog that I let hang around. He's suffering, but I just can't bring myself to put him down.
Well, we will leave each other, but we ain't. We could hate each other, but we can't.
I'm a Chevy,
I'm a Ford.
But the truth is, brother, that we love each other like Peter loves the Lord. Yeah, we would leave each other, but we won't. We could hate each other, but we don't.
He's a broke down old Chevy.
she's a freaking Ford.
But the truth is, brother, that we love each other like Peter loves the Lord. Yeah, the truth is, brother, that we love each other like Peter loves the Lord. The truth is, brother, that we love each other.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
The modern Peter, Paul, and Mary. You guys got a great sound.
Thank you.
For being together barely a year, I mean, you really got a really good thing going here. I really like it. You're different. I don't know what Brian's saying. He doesn't have Sam's guitar, so we got to make sure Sam's in the mix. Okay. But you guys see it because you're in Nashville a lot. You know there's a lot of... we got them. But there's a lot of cookie cutters in Nashville. And we talk about it from time to time. You can go up and down and see the same three chords, no waiting, same song over and over, different person. Plug and play, it's all the same thing. It's refreshing when you get something different. I don't think we've had an act quite like them.
And we're going to take that as a compliment, whether you meant it or not.
That actually was a compliment. Yeah. I like refreshing something new that you don't hear all the time on a radio station, and that's what we're looking for. So, like the Chelsea Getz of the world that shocks us, you guys are different, and I like it. I laugh about Peter, Paul, and Mary. I love Peter, Paul, and Mary anyways.
I cut my teeth on Peter, Paul, and Mary.
But you guys got that harmonies, and you got that attitude. It's great. Do you have social media that you can share with people that they can find out where you're at and going to be at as individual artists or with Chicken Dicks?
We're building a massive social media presence as we speak.
Okay.
Between bands in town, Reverb Nation, Music Starts Here,
Okay.
of course Facebook, and now there's a chickendicks.com. So
And there's also Sam Cooper has all of his stuff on. He's got a bunch of social media going. We got janetandcharles.com.
JanetCharles.com? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And we just finished an album working with Sam at his studio.
Mm-hmm.
Just got an album going out, but
Any idea when it's going to be made available?
we're hoping like midsummer.
Okay. And that'll be advertised?
It's actually available now on Spotify and
Okay.
live stream. You can get it.
Yeah, iTunes
iTunes
has it.
and all
iTunes and
that. We just
Spotify.
haven't had
CD
our official CD release party, and we're gonna
April 1st
hopefully hit
drop.
Bobby's Bobby's Idle Hour when it reopens.
No, I can't wait for that to open
in the
back
summer,
up.
and we'd like to do
Yeah.
a CD release party there because that's kind of our home base. Where
And let us
we
know
met.
when that's going to happen because we'd like to be out there and be a part of that if you don't mind.
Oh,
so
that
we're
would be
gonna,
awesome.
We'd like
Yeah.
to be out there and be a partaker of that. We love Bobby's Idle Hour. We kind of came in toward the end of it. Brian and Jason was there like a year ago, but I got there toward the end of it and really found out what I really missed. I mean, because that's what I love is Broadway is great. Great musicians on Broadway. South Broad, you're going to see fantastic artists, great bands, but it's those side street wonders where you find the Bobby's Idle Hours and these little off-the-road places that the real songwriters go to that cut these great hits that if it wasn't for you guys, these songs wouldn't be on the radio. And I love that where you see the birth of a song. And I'm not big into country. I haven't followed country a lot. But being with Jason, I've learned a lot more. So when I go in and you start seeing these guys, they start singing, and everyone in the room is singing their song. And I feel like an idiot. I'm the only one there going, I don't know the song. But occasionally you guys come up with one that I go, man, I love it. So did we get them in the mix? Did we play around
Well,
enough?
speaking of the on Broadway,
Mm-hmm.
the Chicken Dicks are going to start a show in June 23rd at Whiskey Bent. It's going to be a songwriter event. It'll be on Sunday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon,
Mm-hmm.
and it will start with the Chicken Dicks, and then Mark Allen Barnett will do a set, and then we have
Phenomenal.
a hit #1 songwriter finish out the set, and it's open to everyone. And we're hoping the tourists will love it.
Yeah.
It'll be the only thing open at that time of day on Sundays. So
And again, we
check it
talked
out.
off air about trying to get involved with that. We would love to be part of that too.
Yeah, we'd love you to.
And Mark Allen Barnett is a killer.
He's
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Killer.
Yes.
I took pictures of him at the 50th birthday party, and he's got to make sure that he stops in the middle of a performance and leans over and smiles and poses for the camera. He'll just stop a song and just smile.
That's Mark.
That's Mark. You can't miss him with that hat backwards like I normally wear, and there's usually his flame shirt that he's got on. So, great artist. So, Jason, how are we doing? Are we getting them squared away? We got a glitch with the system? Is there a light shining on the top of your head or something? Are we not? Bear with us 1 second as he is going over there and getting you figured out. We hear Sam. Well, are we not hearing Sam? Is that the issue?
Charles. I got Sam good.
He's got Sam good, he says. Who are you missing?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
How's that, Brian?
We didn't write this one.
Yeah, we're shy a few pieces of equipment for tonight's show, and we apologize for that, especially with such a great group. How's that, Brian?
Okay.
That'll work.
That'll work.
Excellent. So you
I'm
guys
better.
got to all start over. We got to start from scratch.
I'm
All
better
right.
if it's cut down.
Let's go ahead and song number 3. We only got 3 songs out of Sam last week. We're up to 3 songs. We're in still the first half hour? So we're lucky.
All right, well, this song kind of brought us together. I did it, and they said, we like you. And that was good enough for me. Let's start a band.
That's pretty much it.
I hear he's got a big ranch and his own recording studio. Must have sold about 100 million records, and his songs always on the radio. With the royalties from Crazy alone, he must be rolling in the dough. Been banging on that thing so hard, it's a wonder it ain't falling apart. When's Willie gonna buy a new guitar? That poor beat-up Martin sure has taken him far. He can afford the finest weed, women, and cars. But when's Willie gonna buy a new guitar? One too many holes, scratched up autographed veneer. She sounds as young as ever, but she's getting on in years. I don't mean to tick him off, 'cause I know he holds her dear. But lately she's looking a bit battered and scarred, and it's getting tough to tell them apart. When's Willie gonna buy a new guitar? He's pretty famous, but she helped make him a star. He can afford the finest weed, women, and cars. But when's Willie gonna buy a new guitar? Each time I see him sing, he's beating the hell out of them strings. Trigger looks like she's had just about all she can stand. That poor old thing's got so many dings. It's a wonder that she ain't turned to splinters right there in his hands. When's Willie gonna buy a new guitar? Probably wouldn't cost as much as his tab at the bar. He can afford the finest weed, women, and cars. But when's Willie gonna buy a new guitar?
Probably never.
When's Willie gonna buy a new guitar?
Not in your lifetime.
When's Willie gonna buy a new guitar?
Sam Cooper.
Very nice song. Is that not one of the most recognized guitars in the world?
It is.
I mean,
Undoubtedly a seven-figure guitar at least.
yes. I mean, that one, Stevie Ray Vaughan's. I mean, Jerry Garcia's. I can't think of what he nicknamed that yellow guitar.
Some Tiger or
Something like that.
Well, he's got a few of them.
Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts, has that guitar. Yeah. He owns that guitar. So
And then there's Paul McCartney's bass.
yes. So I mean, and Sam Cooper's guitar. That's high on the list. I mean,
this is Sweet Loretta.
Yeah,
Sweet Loretta Martin.
You corrected me earlier today. You said it was Loretta.
Well, that's how to pronounce it.
Low.
That's how McCartney would pronounce it.
Yeah.
Loretta.
Loretta. So let's find about your musical experiences. Who inspired you? How did you get into the music? Was it
For me, it was back in college. I might listen to country when I was younger, and then I switched over because my dad liked country, and I wasn't listening to anything but acid rock. What back then was acid rock, Zeppelin and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
When I got in college, I found James Taylor.
Okay.
And that kind of music, and switched over to that, and then finally I got a country band together because my dad had a Roy Orbison album. And it kind of set me on fire, and that struck me as country.
Oh yeah.
In a way, rockabilly anyway.
Yeah.
So I got in a country band. I toured for about 7 years in a country band, playing mostly outlaw country, that sort of thing.
Right.
We did some Leonard Skinner and stuff like that too. But anyway, that's how I got it. The people though that had influenced me most in my life were John Prine, Loudon Wainwright III.
Okay.
Anybody who writes funny songs, quirky songs. Ray Stevens, Roger Miller, all of those guys.
Don't get this guy over here going.
Okay, they're all great, and I try to emulate them in my writing as best I can.
Oh yeah.
Try to write stuff off kilter a little bit.
Well, you do a good job. Some of your stuff we've heard so far has been a little off kilter, you might say. Is that her fault? Is that what you're saying?
No. We co-write these. It's not just me.
Okay.
Although it's primarily me.
So, as you're about ready to beat him with the microphone over there, how'd you get started?
Mic, so I'll be kind.
How'd you get started? Who's some of your influences?
Well, actually, I was a dancer, so I was a Broadway baby. So I was really into, musical theater kind of stuff, which is not at all what you want to hear.
No,
but
no,
I mean, I'm just saying it's not country. But I really had a deep affection for Roger Miller, and then he's like the best. And I don't know, when I knew I wasn't going to do the whole New York thing, and so I was like, well, what can I sing that's local and when people listen to? And so we Hank Williams and Willie and Waylon, and I grew up during that.
She liked disco too.
Oh yes.
Disco. Yeah.
Absolutely. I was a disco queen. I was a dancer.
You should have
What are you
seen
supposed
her
to do?
yesterday when they had or Sunday when they had the Motown. Was it the 60th
Yeah, we had a little
anniversary?
Easter party at the house, and they had that 60s Motown thing. Motown on. Oh, yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with that stuff.
Oh, yeah. It was great. It was awesome.
Yeah, that 60s Motown stuff. I love if it's got rhythm, it's got a groove to it, I mean, any of that like old Marvin Gaye stuff, or that's just I love that old stuff. I'm an old rock and roller. Led Zeppelin, you mentioned Led Zeppelin earlier. Grew up on the Beatles, so I'm the hard rocker. But I love funk. I love R&B. It's got to have a groove. It's got to have a groove. But also, I could turn around and just listen to James Taylor all day. Yeah. I could listen to Jim Croce
He's
all
a North
day.
Carolina boy, James Taylor, North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I could listen to them guys all day long. So, speaking of that, let's listen to you guys. Wonder if we get another tune out of you before time slip away. An hour is not long.
Okay. This is another quirky little song. My father. Well, I had a procedure done 4 months ago, triple bypass. Yeah, and found it out at the last second, and they told me I wouldn't have been on the earth much longer, but just in a routine examination, they found all this quirkiness and had to go in and clean it all up. My dad actually passed from heart disease years and years ago, but when they diagnosed him, he thought it was a really funny problem that he had. So he used to tell this joke all the time, and this song is based on that joke. And it's kind of a little shout out to my dad.
But it's a very serious song about heart disease.
She was a little old lady from Poughkeepsie. He was an old coot from Baton Rouge. Met in the bar, got in her car. They found a sleazy motel room. She went into the bathroom. He stripped and got in bed. She walked out buck naked, and this is what she said.
I got a cute angina, that's what the doctor said. I'm not supposed to get too excited, or we just might end up dead. So when we're making love, be chill. Honey, please don't be too rough. I ain't no whiner, I just got a cute angina.
She ain't no whiner. The woman's got a cute angina.
About an hour before, at the bar, he'd taken a little blue pill. Wanna bite and leave, cause he couldn't believe how young it made him feel. Well, he was full of vigor, his finger on the trigger of a gun he didn't know he had. He hopped out of bed, scratched his little bald head, and this is what he said.
You got a cute angina? Well, that's news to me. 'Cause from this distance and in this light, I can't really see. I hope it's true you do, 'cause those are two of the ugliest boobs I've ever seen. I ain't no whiner, I just hope you got a cute angina.
Can you believe this old timer? He actually hopes I got a cute angina. Before you trash my boobs, old man, you wanna look dang. Because your family jewels are dragging on the ground.
They real long and saggy. They're on the ground.
That's not part of my day's
And
joke.
one of them is just a little bit longer than the other one. So when they land, it sounds like this. On the ground.
Well, then she shot him a sexy come hither gaze and said,
Let's not waste that tent you raised. Really, ladies, 6 inches. Is that like 6 inches? You all
and down.
Come closer to me.
This is just a reminder.
I can finally see it's a cute and
Your testicles are a spectacle.
There you go. My father thanks you.
Did I say at the beginning of the show you guys are a little different than? I really mean that now from the heart of my bottom. It really is the heart of my bottom. Yes. That was a cute little tune that caught me off guard. What's funny is, and you got to go back and watch the video. You two are just way into it. And Sam's over the side like, I don't know. But he's taking it really serious.
He's like, she's not talking about me.
Yeah.
Mine are not.
I am serious. What?
Mine are like, what?
Sam's like staying off over here a little by himself.
I don't blame you, Sam. I'd be standing over there too.
So is that going to be on the next album? Is that or is that already available?
Yeah, it's on. It's on. Yeah,
It's on there.
Are you playing this with a full band or is it you three?
The three.
The three of you.
Well, actually, we had some help.
Yeah.
Who was our helper on the album?
Tim Lorsch might have been.
Tim Lorsch. Yeah, he absolutely was. Yes, he was.
Most of the instruments I usually do on the album. but
The
not all of them.
multi-talented Sam Cooper.
No. Charles plays all his guitar parts, and he does them like I can't play like him. And
Thank God.
Thank God for all of us that you don't play.
And the stuff that has like other stringed instruments, as far as mandolin or fiddle or cello or anything like that, that was a gentleman named Tim Lorsch, who happens to be brilliant. So
Excellent.
we brought him in for all those. Tim Lorsch is his name.
Yeah.
Lorsch. If you need a great studio guy,
he's amazing.
He's a bad guy.
Outstanding. I can't wait for the album to come out. This is going to be. Again, I love. Yeah,
Good.
gotta go
We
vinyl.
probably have like 5,000 more, so it would be good.
Now, how many songs are going on the album?
I mean, we have
How many's going on there?
We have 11 on that album, but we've got a Chicken Dicks album that's coming out in a couple of weeks. Pressure's on.
Yeah, pressure's on. I'm trying to work on those tracks now.
So he's mixing down the tracks, post-production. So all the stuff's in the can. Just got to finalize it.
And some of this stuff were actually, I had earlier versions of songs that I wrote, and I just wanted to redo them for us the way we do them. So I'm trying to see if I can rush through getting those done too.
Well, that's cool. Whenever you guys are done with both albums, the new stuff, make sure we get a copy of that. Make sure we're involved. And again, at the CD release party, we want to be a part of that. Sure. We're at Credenda's CD release party with Bernie Lawson and all those. I mean, it's just fun. I just love to do those, and get to see a good gathering of musicians around. It's just fun. You got a CD release out there. It's something exciting about that. I don't care how many CD releases you do. They're just fun to have. So hopefully you'll allow us to be a part of that. So I think we got time for one more song. Is that correct, Brian? We good to go for one more? Are they able to
Probably
top the
could
last
squeeze
one?
2 in.
You think we can get 2 in?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well,
Since
you
he's
got
got nothing to do.
You got 2 more songs.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce this one?
So, Jason, could you come help us, please? No, you should be very afraid.
Oh, boy. let me get the camera zoomed in a little tighter on this one. This ought to be good.
Charles, you're going to explain it while I explain
You
this
got
to
to
Jason.
You got to come over here by Janet.
This is everybody, when we got to town, said we needed a cheating song, and we don't have any cheating songs.
Mm-hmm.
Because, fortunately, we just don't know anything about that. We never did that.
Mm-hmm.
That she knows. Anyway, we decided to do a cheating song, but it's a little quirky. I know that's hard to believe. It's about
I'm shocked.
It's about 2 tractors fighting over a barn on a farm. So it's called Ebenezer's Farm. And for this particular installment of our song,
Jason.
he will be the tractor.
Jason, the Hillbilly Heartthrob Tractor.
I'm the John Deere.
He's going to be the John
He
Deere.
is the John Deere
the
tractor.
John Deere.
He's assumed his role. Look at him.
My John Deere tractor.
He's embraced us.
Ebenezer was a farmer, but he could not farm too good. Anybody's crops failed, you could bet Ebenezer's would. He owned a raggedy John Deere tractor.
Named Jason.
Had a mind that's very own. Headed out the barn one morning, and the whole shebang was gone. Eb just said, "Oh Lord, ain't this a pity? 'Cause I'm moving to the city, don't know what I'm gonna do. My turnip greens just sing the blues, and my cabbage cried at night that I just don't treat them right, and my squash is squishy too. Don't know what I'm gonna do." Well, he went back to the farmhouse and he got up sweet Laverne, and he said, "Honey Bunch, I got a hunch that our tractor stole our barn." And she said,
"What? You're just a Josh. The whole darn barn? Well, I'll be darned."
Heap 'em if you got 'em. You leady little Well, they hopped in their old jalopy. They chugged off down the road. Eb said, "Laverne, where in the world could a barn and tractor go?" She said,
"Now, if I was a John Deere tractor, desperate and on the run, why, I'd go down to Ernie's Exxon and I'd break into the pumps."
Eb just said, "Oh Lord, ain't this a pity? 'Cause I'm moving to the city, don't know what I'm gonna do. My turnip greens just sing the blues, and my cabbage cried at night that I just don't treat them right, and my squash is squishy too. Don't know what I'm gonna do." Well, they hot-footed it on down to Ernie's, and there the tractor stood. But what had once been a lovely barn was just a pile of wood. The tractor sputtered to Ebenezer.
She betrayed my deep felt love. I found out she was leaving me for some cocky farm hall club.
Oh, that was like it's rehearsed or
Oh
something.
my gosh.
That was wonderful.
See, now that was horrible because we usually have people up here that can't sing a lick.
Yeah.
And they're like, blah, 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 and don't do it well.
But
and we give them a second chance.
I'll tell you, Jason, that was so
That
good
was
that we're going to
fabulous.
do the song
That was the
one more
absolute
time.
best
That
ever.
verse one more time, but we're going to do it at a regular speed. We
Yeah,
slowed
yeah.
it down because most people,
We weren't
most
really
people
sure
aren't as
how
good as you are.
professional you are.
You can't imagine what we've heard. So this is the normal speed we would do this song on our own. So I footed it on down there, and their tractor. But what had once been a leather barn was just a pile of wood. The tractor sputtered Ebenezer.
She felt.
Come on, you gotta finish it.
She betrayed my deep felt love. I found out she'd leave me for a farm hall.
Hell, just said, "Oh Lord, ain't this a pity? 'Cause I'm moving to the city, don't know what I'm gonna do. My turnip green just and my cabbage cried at night. Just don't treat them right, and my squash is squishy too. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh Shane, oh whoa,
Jason is a gigolo.
and my squash is squishy too. Don't know what I'm gonna do." Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Jason, the John Deere tractor heartthrob.
Oh, that was great.
That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. That's
Time for one more quick one.
A quick one.
we do, yes. Go ahead and do one more song, and then we'll kind of close off the show with some final goodbyes and see what's going on. So what's another one you want to do?
This is a quick one that actually took me very little time to write too. I was on the way home from a songwriter venue at about 11:30 at night, and I pulled off at a BP station and wrote the first part, and then 2 blocks later I pulled off in a Kroger parking lot and wrote the second part, and then I got home and I finished the third part before 12:30.
Oh wow!
So worked out pretty good. When I'm broke, she drains her bank account. She give me kisses when she knows I'm down. If I forget our anniversary, I can't believe that she forgives me. Her smile sparkles like a diamond ring, and she still gimme everything. I know that I'm an attention hog. Sometimes I act like a hot dog, as if there ain't nobody prettier. I know I really don't deserve her. Ain't got no halo or a set of wings, but she still gimme, 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 gimme everything. She got a fine mind between her ears, and she's looking great from the rear. She got a big heart made of gold, and she sure is fun to hold. If she finds out that I'm in a jam, she rescues me quicker than Superman. Sometimes I'm just a couch potato. Why in the world does that girl love me so? I can be worse than a bee sting, but she still gimme, 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 gimme everything. Ooh. I know she knows that all the other guys are just undressing her with their eyes. She could have any man that she please. Can you believe my baby chose me? I sure am glad she don't leave me alone. I must have some sexy pheromones. Or is it something about the way I walk? Or something hot about my dirty talk? Me and her got a lifelong fling, and she still gimme, 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 gimme everything. It's crazy, but she treats me like a king. She still gimme, 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 gimme everything.
Dawn Cooper.
Chicken Dicks, everybody. Charles and Janet, Sam Cooper. You can find their stuff on chickendicks.com, charlesandjanet.com. Yep. Sam Cooper.
Jericat.com.
Okay. I remember it was something different. So find out where these people are playing live. It was fun here in the studio, but you got to see them live. I know you're going to want to hear some more of their stuff, and they got some stuff coming out here real soon. We're looking forward to that. Jason wants to say a quick word.
Next week's show, 7 p.m. will be Kaylee Hill, followed by Erica Lanza at 8.
Two powerhouses next week. So, barring any car or anything weird, crazy like that, so we're not going to jinx them. So, two powerhouses next week. Again, we're finishing off this week with a powerhouse. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for being part of our family.
Thanks so much for having us. Thank you, guys.
So gracious.
We appreciate this.
We really appreciate it.
So we appreciate it. So we're going to have to cut it off tonight. We want to thank Chris at heatfmradio.com out there in New York City. Thank you, Chris, for putting our people on your station and you're having your people listen to our people. Everyone all over the world, make sure you like the page. Check out the Chicken Dicks. Check out Sam Cooper. Check out Charles and Janet. Like their pages. Share it. This is how this whole thing works. Share it and purchase merchandise. These people are in this for a living. This is expensive. It's not a hobby. It's expensive. So please help them out. We appreciate every dime and stuff that you contribute. So I love your poster now. Brian's got that up on our website right now. So thank you, everybody. Brian, the IT guru down there in Pulaski. Thank you, Brian. If you need to holler at me, give me a call online. I'll be up until way late. For the one and the only, the under the weather, Velvet has come in here and worked her butt off on getting the phones up and running. Thank you for posting all this stuff to all the people on social media. Miss Velvet Presley's here tonight. I don't know to call you Hillbilly Heartthrob or John Deere from now on. Or Farmall.
I'm just the Hillbilly Tractor Heartthrob.
No, I'm not going to go with that. I think I'm going to stay with the Hillbilly Heartthrob. So for the Hillbilly Heartthrob, I'm Mark and DJ Doctor. Until the next Midnight Madness show, y'all take care. Bye-bye.
User disconnected from your channel.